Chris, what we got, mate? Talk to me.
Ryzen CPUs.
Yep.
Kicking off, this one isn't in stock from Amazon, but the Ryzen 2600 is one we recommend in a lot of our $500, $600.
Is it in 400? No, it's not in 400. It's 500. Yeah.
And 600, I believe. I think.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
So you should be able to get it for about $120.
What's that off the RRP? MSRP?
I don't know.
Second-hand RP. Go on, carry on. Sorry, mate. It's a good CPU. I like it. I think we had it in a couple of the pre-builds over the last couple of months, and it does great from a gaming point of view, I think.
Yeah,
especially on a budget sort of price range. I think
it's hard to beat for the price. And well, we're going to show you in a moment another CPU. But yeah, 6 cores, 12 threads.
That's a nice soda.
Okay.
Sorry, go on. Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah.
6 cores, 12 threads. It's going to be enough for gaming for now. Not necessarily future-proof. If you want to be future-proof, I'd recommend some 8 cores. Or you just can't beat it for the price.
New third gen.
New third gen. That does.
For people wondering, the 3600X or the 3600, what's the difference between 2600 and 3600? Is there a big jump there, performance-wise, gaming-wise?
Yeah.
People will be asking that question. I've spoken to a few people today regarding it.
So if you were to get the 3600 here, which is on for $195, it's
good price.
Good price. Yes, a third gen.
Performance-wise,
a giant improvement. Yeah. Especially in single core stuff, it's probably like 15%.
Yeah, I remember doing some tests when it first released, and the single cores is great.
Yeah, so some games like CS:GO, Dota 2, and there's odd ones like The Witcher 3 that even though they're multi-threaded, still have that single core reliance. You will see a massive benefit jumping up to the 3600.
And what's the difference in price again? I've missed that.
It's about $70.
Worth the $70 jump?
I'd say it depends. I'd always recommend spending the extra on your graphics card over the CPU, especially with the 6 cores of this. It's not going to be a bottleneck for the most part. Your graphics card is most likely going to be the bottleneck. So,
great value for money.
Yeah. Next pick is the 2400G.
The old 2400G.
Because the APUs, for whatever reason, going from second gen 2400G to a third gen 3400G isn't actually the same jump as Ryzen 2000 to Ryzen 3000 for the mainline CPUs. On the APUs, it's a marginal. It's like 2% faster if you got a 3400G.
Oh, I remember we were doing those tests, weren't we?
Yeah.
Well, I say you were. But it's interesting to see the difference between those two, because you'd expect a whole new generation of CPUs to have or in this case an APU, to have a pretty big step up in performance, but we didn't really see that, did we?
No. So what they did is this is the original Zen architecture.
Yeah.
And then the 3400G is a Zen Plus. So it was about a 3% improvement. So here you can see the 3400G is about $20 more than the 2400G, and there's just nothing in it. So just save the $20 and
it's not a huge jump.
No. So APU is basically the same price as the 2600, but it comes with the integrated graphics, which is
does that mean? Sorry to interrupt. Does that mean the 3400G is on offer at 138? I think it was it.
The 3400G is on offer at the moment from not by much, $10. It's not much, but it's an offer. But just save the money and get the 2400G. To be honest, the graphics is exactly the same. The clock speed might be a bit lower, but you can overclock that yourself.
It's 100 less, isn't it?
100 megahertz?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. It's not 150, one or the other. But it's not a...
And the clock speed might be a bit lower, but if at base it's a negligible difference, and then if you just overclock it, they all reach the same. Yeah. As I've shown in some of the benchmarking, so just
with what's the software called again? I keep forgetting.
MSI Afterburner?
Yeah, no, the Ryzen software. The
Ryzen Master.
Yeah, it's people can do the overclocking there, and it's really simple and pretty safe as well. I don't think you can. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's pretty hard to fry you'd be the expert in that one. But it's quite difficult to fry something using their software because don't they put limitations on how far you can push it and things like that? So it's good for people who do want to, have a go at overclocking. They can use that without having to go into the BIOS. It's software on your computer, and you can, tweak it, try and push, see what happens.
And it's free performance.
Yeah, exactly.
But as you can see, these are currently the same price, provided you get it through the Amazon verified store.
Yeah.
This is only 4 cores, 8 threads, but it has integrated graphics, so it's good for a machine you just want to do office work and a light bit of gaming like Dota. Yeah, this is obviously much more capable if you're planning on buying a graphics card and having a dedicated gaming system. But it's
to be fair, I had a 2400G system that I was using for a couple of weeks. I was testing it out at home, and I can't remember. I think it might have been out by par, but I was playing CS:GO, things like that, and it was all right. It was okay. I mean, some people might be put off by the fact that it doesn't have a graphics card, but if you with the right settings, you can get very playable experience out of one of these things. So yeah, I think they're great personally, but it depends what you're looking for, obviously.
Yeah. Next up, 2700X.
Yeah, one of my favourite.
$60. This is pretty much half the price than it launched at, I believe.
Yeah, it's
8 cores, 16 threads, 4.3 gigahertz max boost. Very unlikely to see that, but
that's some of the best value for money I've seen today, I'd say.
Yeah.
I've looked for a shed load of deals. Loads of people are buying this at the minute as well. I mean, $170 off at the minute. It's just, what more can you say? It's a really good deal. The 2700X is a great CPU.
Yeah, it's a big jump from the 2600. You're only paying like an additional $40.
Yeah.
And it's 2 extra cores, which means 4 extra threads, which doesn't sound like a lot, but that's going to give you that future-proofing. Some games will take advantage of it. Any video editing, photo editing, all that will definitely take use of it.
So. What about people that are considering getting an X570? How would that work with someone who's looking to put an X570 build together? Obviously, the X570 is backwards compatible. So they can still do this.
Yeah.
But so this is similar in price to the 3600X at the minute, is it?
It's just
3600.
The 3600 is $195 at the moment, so it's just a bit cheaper, and this is something
I think it's a decent step up personally, but
it's something I was considering myself for my own build. Is do you get the faster single core performance with the 3600 and lose the 2 cores, or have the cores with the 2700X, but it's about it can be like 10% slower in single core.
Yeah, we're talking gaming when we mention single core. For people that aren't aware, most games utilise single core performance over multi-threaded. So obviously you can pick and choose there. The 3600 is much better single core performance. 2700X obviously covers everything else, multitasking, multi-threaded, all that sort of stuff. So you've got 2 great CPUs there. And obviously you pick which one suits you best, I suppose.
Yeah, I'd like to say Photoshop, I think, tends to be single core. So you would actually get a better experience with the 3600. But extra cores on the 2700X will give you, if you were to do streaming.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Then you
streaming's
offload.
Huge these days, isn't it?
Yeah.
Twitch and that.
So I'd go, if you were to do streaming, go for the core.
What's in this build?
We're running a 3700X.
3700X, okay. Right, what we got next then?
So next is the 3600, which we've more or less talked about anyway.
Yeah.
Not much to say, 6 cores, great single core performance.
I think it's a great.
It's what we recommend. I think it's in a lot of our pre-built builds.
I can't. Is it in the? I want to say $1,000.
I think it's from like 700 to 1,000 that we recommend it in, and it's because you can't beat it.
It is extremely good value for money. Even when it launched, I think it was really good value.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, a lot of these will sell over the Black Friday period. That doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah. Oh, and I'd like to say, all these Ryzen CPUs come with the cooler, so you don't need to buy anything additional.
They do, yeah.
So
some come with more powerful coolers. Is that right?
Yeah. So the 2700X there comes with like a nice Wraith Prism.
A little bit of RGB as well.
If you're into that,
goes a long way.
This I think is a Stealth or. Yeah, I don't know, but they're all apt. They're not noisy. They work great. It's good.
If you're looking to overclock, one point of that, because I know we mentioned it earlier, but the cooler that comes with the CPU probably not the best option to go for if you are thinking about pushing it. I think when we were, I can't remember. I think it was the 3600 that we were pushing it. It was getting up to 86 degrees, which is, not ideal. We swapped it out for something a bit more powerful, and if you are looking to overclock, I'd always recommend looking for something a bit more, geared up for that sort of thing.
Yeah, but if you're not, then this is
it works perfectly fine. Just out of the box, it is good.
So next is a 3600X, which it seems to have gone out of stock. Now, it was about $5 more expensive than the 3600.
That's what you're saying.
So I would.
It's
if you can find
CPU,
if you can find it in stock, go for the 3600X. But there isn't much between them. This is
the thing with these lower end third gen CPUs that I find is they'll usually, once they go out of stock, they come back in stock fairly quickly, and then they stay in stock for quite a while. So even though by the looks of it is out of stock now, I wouldn't be surprised if this came back tomorrow. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Is there a way of telling it? It should say in the
no.
You go on news. Does it say when it's going to be coming back?
Amazon's not even on there, are they?
So you do have these options as well. If you are desperate, you can always look through here.
But we wouldn't recommend it only if it's $5 more than the 3600. Otherwise, it's just not worth it. It's just got a slightly higher base clock and a slightly higher boost clock. But other than that, you could do that yourself. And even if you don't, it's 2% faster.
Yeah, the 3600 definitely shows better value for money.
Yeah. Next up, 3700X, the one we're running.
Yeah.
Not a huge offer, 330. That's the price it launched at. Currently for 310.
Yeah.
We did see the 3800X actually drop quite significantly from $400 to $330.
So they're roughly the same price now.
Yeah, and it's a similar scenario with the 3600 and 3600X.
Yeah.
This 3800X is the same thing as the 3700X.
It's a bit of a redundant CPU, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if you can get them for about the same price, it's like $5 in it, then yeah. I mean, here there's about a $20 difference. It's not. It's like, I don't know. I think
the difference is 2 or 3% maybe across the board. Maybe some areas are slightly better, but I think on average you're only going to be getting about a 3% increase, which, to be fair, if you do want to give the overclocking thing a go, you could probably squeeze that out of it fairly easy. I know they're optimized out of the box, but 2% isn't too much of a step. I don't think you'd probably get that.
Yeah, and these are a jump again, so 8 core, 16 threads.
Yeah.
3rd gen, so it's a massive bump from the 2nd gen.
Just while we're at it, why would someone go for a Ryzen over, let's say, the Intel counterpart right now? I mean, obviously, most people are probably aware, but for some people watching it, they might not know.
Intel's still probably best for gaming if you are spending $500, but at this sort of price point, you just can't beat it. I think the closest thing Intel have is the 9700K.
To the 3700X?
To the 3700X, which is I think still more expensive at $350. And it's only got 8 cores. There's no hyper-threading, so it's just 8 cores. So if you're doing it, there's some games like Red Dead, GTA 5, Witcher, they all take advantage of as many threads as they can get. And obviously, photo editing, video editing. This is just a much better CPU for all purpose.
Yeah. It's definitely the better all-rounder.
Yeah, the Intel's like slightly faster in gaming, but...
What percent can we...
In gaming?
Yeah.
It could be... It's pretty equivalent on most games. Some lightly threaded games, you'll see up to maybe about 8-9% difference, but
Yeah.
it's your graphics card is always going to be the limiting factor.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
That's only going to make a difference if you've got the 2080 Ti, which is about
that's true. Yeah,
if you're spending that much money.
but on offer at the minute, I think. I think I saw ROG Strix before. I've seen about 2 million deals today, but I'm pretty sure I saw something.
Well, there you go.
Go on, what we got next anyway?
Well, I just opened this 3800X. Only get it if it's within $10 or something. It's the same.
I think a lot of those are selling at the moment, though. People are buying them.
I'd also like to say there is a bundle you can choose between Bloodlines 3 or the Outer Worlds, and then you get 3 months of Xbox Game Pass.
I think that's across the board with all Ryzen chips at the moment.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So it does apply to 3600X. On the 3600, it only says.
Yeah, the Game Pass, I believe you get 3 months with all Ryzen purchases right now.
But for this one, it's Bloodlines 3 or the Outer Worlds.
Which one would you get out of interest?
I've played a bit of the Outer World. I'm not blown away by it.
Why is CSGO not on there?
Because it's free.
Oh yeah, of course it is.
So I'd probably go for Bloodlines 3.
Sorry, Chris, I play one game. You can cut that out.
The 3800X is our last choice, actually, as it happens.
What's the do we have any information on the 3900X at the moment? 3950X? People have been messaging me left, right and centre.
So
trying to find where to get it.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue right now is stock, and 3900X it's just a unicorn, isn't it? You just can't find one. So if you can, I wouldn't pay these prices. You're looking at $500 in that ballpark for the 3900X. Wholly recommend, not for gaming, unless you want the absolute best of the best. This is more for people that do serious work, 3D modeling, all that stuff.
But just to clarify, this thing will be able to play pretty much any game you throw at it.
Oh yeah. So Intel, their highest end chip in desktop space is the 9900K, the KS. But the 9900K is the same price at $500, and it is a faster gaming CPU. But this is 12 cores rather than 8. So it's just silly, isn't it? There's no reason to go for the Intel unless you just game. And that's all
if you're a hardcore gamer that has no intention on doing any multitasking sort of, anything that requires the high-threaded nature of the Ryzen, then you just get the Intel. But everything else, the Ryzen's superior, I think.
Yeah.
But not in stock. Not on Amazon anyway.
And on the X570, it supports PCI 4, which AMD is currently only Intel don't support PCI 4 as it stands. Yeah, so you can get some very fast NVMe SSDs. Yeah,
I saw the Corsairs. Is it Corsair Force PCIe 4?
P1?
Potentially. I said they were on offer $100 off anyway. We'll have to pull something up on that. But there's definitely a few PCI 4s. There's Sabrent or Sabrent.
Sabrent, yeah.
But I think they're roughly 10 times faster than a SATA SSD, a PCI 4.
Something like that, yeah.
They're incredibly fast.
So AMD is the only company that you can get PCI 4 support on. So if you want blazing fast SSDs, that's the only way to go.
Couldn't agree more, Chris.
3950X looks like it's not in stock.
Currently unavailable.
But
is there any way to pre-order?
And it doesn't look like it.
No, they've not really done much since it launched. It launched, and I think it sold out within 5 minutes or something stupid. And then we got bombarded with people wanting to know where to buy this thing. Right now, I don't know if we've got any information, have we? It's just a case of
it's $750, isn't it? If you can get a hold of it.
Yeah, $749, I think. Yeah.
So don't pay any more than that.
No, I wouldn't go any higher than that. But if you can.
I mean, this is.
Sorry, not go high. I mean, if you can find it, then you've done a good job. Because we can't find it.
But
not in the US anyway.
16 cores. This is double the core and thread count that Intel offer on the desktop, and it's like an extra 50% more expensive. So it's just stupid, isn't it?
Yeah. But I mean, it's an incredible CPU at the end of the day. If you've got the money and you want to build I've just lost my thought, Chris. I've got nothing to say.
The best gaming system. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's like the best gaming system or the best workstation.
Yeah.
This smashes both. Because what you find with Intel's HEDT stuff, which costs $1,000, which they recently dropped, but still doesn't compete with AMD's prices, is that they're bad in games, whereas this, with the core count, is great for workstation tasks.
Yeah.
And these clock speeds, these are really highly binned chiplets. So like this here can reach 4.7 gigahertz, which you will see. This is excellent for gaming and productivity.
The best of both worlds.
Yeah, if you do both of those things, it's the best that you can get right now.
Are we going to be updating people on where they can get this?
Yes, so if you go over to WePC.com and look at our Ryzen deals page, then you can find all the deals.
We've also got a where to buy page, I believe, 3950X where to buy, which will specific to that chip. But yeah, if you want to have a look on there, we'll be keeping that up to date pretty much. Oh, Chris. Just go to scan, lads. Get your sent over to scan.
So yeah, if you look at this page here, there's a lot of updates with who's adding stock.
Yeah.
And if you scroll down, depending where you live,
this is the place to go if you're looking where you can buy it. Canada, United Kingdom, Europe, Australia, the rest of the world. We'll pretty much have a place to buy this thing as soon as it goes live. Just finding it. There is a number of different locations that are live right now, but obviously the US is a bit dry, shall we say. So if you can get one, great. Kudos to you. Yeah, you've done well. But we were hoping that it was going to come back in stock today with the 3900X, but we've not heard anything yet, so maybe a little bit later on. I know that Amazon did say that they were going to get the 3900X in stock today. We have seen some sales, but I think they're through third-party sellers, not through Amazon Direct. So it's just a case of waiting. But we'll be updating this page as and when it goes live. Yeah, we've constantly got our eyes on it.
Yep, and we also have other Black Friday deals. So if you scroll up and hit Black Friday, we've got just Amazon.
Yeah, the team are working hard, trying to find the best deals out there. These get updated.
It's just
getting updated now, aren't they?
Every minute. It's getting updated this second.
Yeah.
So
the guys are clacking away over there, having a brilliant time.
So that's the place to go if you want the deals.
Yeah, that's true. Right, we got anything else to cover, or is that pretty much it for now?
They're the best Ryzen CPUs to look out for this Black Friday.
Cool.
So,
right, happy days. Good luck, chaps.
See ya.